In part 1, we took a sandy, ant-infested patch of Florida soil and started turning it into the foundation for a backyard food forest. We built the border, brought in thousands of pounds of compost, and learned pretty quickly that compost piles in Florida attract more than just gardeners. But now the foundation is finally in place, and this is where things started getting exciting. Today we're planting the food forest, adding mulch, talking about watering and fertilizing, and sharing what I'm learning as this little corner of our backyard starts becoming its own ecosystem. Hi, I'm Destiny, a certified arborist in Tampa Bay, Florida, and this is Cultivated by Destiny. On this channel, we talk about trees, gardening, edible landscaping, home projects, and creating beauty from the land you already have. Today, we're moving from building soil to planting. Once the compost was down, it was finally time to get plants in the ground, and honestly, that's when this project started to feel real. The vision for this space is simple: layers. Fruit tree, herbs, flowers, shrubs, and ground covers all working together. A food forest isn't something you build in a weekend, it's something you create season by season. Every plant has a purpose. Some provide food, some attract pollinators, some improve the soil, and others create shade for the plants around them. That's what I love about edible landscaping. It's beautiful, but it's also functional. You're not just planting something because it looks nice. You're creating a space that gives back. A lot of people hear the term food forest and picture acres of land, but this area is only about 9 by 30 feet. It's one small corner of a suburban backyard, and that's the point. You don't need a huge property to get started. You just need a place to begin. This food forest is also an experiment. I want to see what thrives in Florida's sandy soil, heat, humidity, pest, and unpredictable weather. Some things will do amazing, some things probably won't, and that's okay. That's a part of gardening. Before planting, I mixed together a few soil amendments I had on hand: worm castings, azomite, and an organic granular fertilizer called Nitro Organic, mixing it into a container with compost and soil. The worm castings help add beneficial biology to the soil. The azomite adds trace minerals that Florida's sandy soils are often lacking. And the fertilizer provides slow-release nutrients for both the plants and the soil. As you probably heard me say before, growing plants isn't the main goal, but building healthy soil is, because every healthy food forest starts underground. After planting, everything received a deep watering and a layer of mulch. I used pine straw as the base layer and seeding straw on top. Most people like using bark mulch like oak, and here in Florida, mulch is a game changer. It helps hold moisture, keep roots cooler, reduce erosion, and slowly break down to improve the soil over time. But planting is only the beginning. The real work is paying attention, watching where the sun hits, seeing which areas dry out first, learning the plants and what they're trying to tell you. That's something I want to share on this channel too, not just the finished result, but the learning process, because that's where real gardening happens. One thing we're still figuring out is watering. Since we're working with sandy soil, water drains through pretty quickly. As an arborist, I know deep, infrequent watering is usually the goal for strong root systems, but I'm also learning that while this soil is improving, it needs more frequent watering than I originally expected. That's one reason the compost and mulch are so important. They help hold moisture longer and create healthier soil over time. Right now, we're hand watering because it allows us to keep a close eye on the plants and catch problems early. Long term, I'd like to install drip irrigation for more consistent watering. I also recently watched a video from Homegrown Florida, where she deep waters her garden using buckets. She fills a 5-gallon bucket and pours the entire thing into each section of the garden. I thought it was a really interesting idea because it encourages water to soak deeper into the soil instead of just wetting the surface. I'm planning to test that method and see how it performs in my sandy Florida soil. One thing I love about gardening is that there's always something new to learn. Even as an arborist, I'm constantly observing, adjusting, and learning from other growers. Another challenge we're dealing with is ants, and if you garden in Florida, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But instead of only asking, how do I get rid of the ants, I'm also asking, what is the soil trying to tell me? The soil here is sandy, dry, and still developing. So my goal isn't just to fight the ants, it's to build a healthier ecosystem where moisture, organic matter, beneficial insects, and plant diversity can all work together. Because healthier ecosystems are usually more resilient. And that's really the goal of this food forest, not just growing food, but creating a little piece of land that's healthier, more beautiful, and more alive than it was before. If I could start this project over, there are definitely a few things I would do differently. I would finish the border before ordering compost. I would have planned to move the compost the day it arrived, and I would think through the watering system earlier. But most importantly, I would remind myself that a food forest isn't built in one day. It's built through observation, patience, mistakes, and learning what your land actually needs. And honestly, that's what makes it meaningful. In part 3, I'll show you exactly what we planted in the Zone 9B Florida Food Forest. So if you'd like to follow along and see how everything grows, make sure to subscribe. And if you're working with sandy soil, dreaming about growing more food, or trying to create something beautiful in your own backyard, I hope this inspires you to start where you are, because you don't need acres of land to grow something meaningful. Sometimes it starts with one small corner of your backyard. Leave me a plant emoji in the comments if you'd like to see more food forest updates. And if you haven't watched part 1 yet, be sure to check it out, because the soil is where this whole story begins. This is Cultivated by Destiny, where I'm cultivating a life rooted in nature, beauty, and purpose. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. It's like, what, 20 or 30 degrees cooler under a tree. What are you doing, you goofball?
My old man came. Just go over here in the shade.
I know, it's crazy how much more shady it is, and then it's just direct.